Oh my goodness. Hello, how's it going? Is anyone here? I've never used this before. I don't know what's going on. What's up? Hey, Tina. How's it going? What up? Thank you guys so much for coming. If I am fraught with like technical difficulties, I'm not surprised because I've never used this before. So, where are you guys coming from? For me, it's like 9 a.m. Oh my gosh. Is it already warming up where you are? I'm like in California, so sometimes it's been really cold and also really hot at the same time. But I think that my definition of cold is pretty off by everyone else's definition. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I get up at like 8, so I was just like scrambling. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I have family in the UK, but so I kind of always remember the time difference for like where I'm at in California to the UK, but that's about it. I didn't know you were also in California, Lauren. That's awesome. But I guess that makes sense since you probably go to Disneyland a lot, right? Maybe? I used to. I also definitely prefer when it's cold, but this morning it was like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was just like, I'm freezing. And this one right here loves sitting in the cold. Um, so I had the door open for her in my bedroom. Oh my gosh. It's freezing my booty off. I guess, yeah, that's probably more of like a SoCal thing to go to Disneyland all the time. Also, I'm not showing any of the comments. Oops. Okay. But yeah, in SoCal, it's super normal to have like an annual pass, and people go like several times a year. I used to be one of those people. Like, I would just like go to my college class and then we would like go after. We probably went like 20 times a year or something crazy. It was a lot. It was also really expensive to get those annual passes, and it's even worse now. Like, it's insane. Yes, this is Sabra. It's spelled like the hummus, but it's Sabra. I'll put that in the chat. It feels essential to me. Um, yeah, I totally feel you. It's like I want it to be super cold, but it's just like kind of giving me a mix where like I don't really know what it's gonna be when I like go to work because I actually work like I'm working today. I'm gonna be working like the afternoon to evening, and like I have no idea what I'm walking into. Yes, exactly. People just go all the time. It's like it's nothing. I even would hear of like people that would just like go and like study at Disneyland. How weird is that? Like you would like I think that there are people that live like closer to Anaheim in general, but like they would literally just like finish school and like take their schoolwork and read in like the cafe at like California Adventure or something. That's so weird. I can't imagine being so chill about being there. It's like so exciting to be at Disneyland. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm like a little baby channel. I like started like a month ago. But I like reading fantasy romance and fantasy romance generally, but I'll randomly throw in other things. Like I like reading manga and I randomly read a mystery last month and I haven't read a mystery in like years, literally. Yeah, I agree. Like it's not exciting anymore. And like that's the exciting part for me is like whenever you go and you like see the castle and you're like, I can't believe I'm here. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel a little like disenchanted with Disneyland lately just because the last couple of times I've gone in the past like 5 years or however, I haven't been going very much at all. Like it is so packed that I'm just like not comfortable anymore. I have honestly really wanted to read cozy mysteries, but I feel like there are so many. Like, I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't know what the big authors are in general. I have no idea. But they're so cute looking with like the little pun titles. It's so cute. And I read a lot of dark romance too in like 2020. I think I was going through something. Definitely let me know if you have any recommendations. Oh man. She just wants to eat my egg because she licked the sriracha off of my egg, and I don't know how she's gonna handle that later. Yikes. So how long of sprints are you guys thinking? I'm only gonna be able to stream for like maybe an hour or two. Um, but maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45. Let me know what you think. Okay, that sounds great. I will literally write that down. It's funny too because I just read a book that like so I was just reading Happy Place and I finished it last night. It's right here. Oh my gosh. And like they talk about cozy mysteries a lot. Like the main character loves reading cozy mysteries. And I thought that was so random, but so cool. Yes, everyone tell me what you're reading. What are you reading today? What are you trying to get done? What's the zombie book called? You got to get me into like some spooky stuff because like I actually really am like intrigued by like mysteries, thrillers and horrors, but I feel like they never give me what I want. Like I want to be scared. I want ghosts to be popping out of nowhere, and that never seems to happen. It always seems to be like, no, it wasn't ghosts at all, actually. And I'm like, well, I wanted ghosts, so thank you. She convinced you to read Cozy Mysteries. Okay, I'm like ready. And it was Beach Bum. Sweet. Thank you so much. You're in the middle of it. What is it? Hey, Lulu, how's it going? I really enjoyed Happy Place. Book Lovers is my favorite by her, but I know a lot of people didn't like it, which is weird to me. I feel like a lot of people really preferred People We Meet on Vacation or You and Me on Vacation or Beach Read, but I felt like um, in Happy Place and in Book Lovers, I feel like Emily Henry wrote me in both of those books. And I'm like, wow, I felt seen. Okay, yeah, I usually like a bit longer. We'll start one up in just a couple minutes here. Vultures. That sounds so cool. Do you live in kind of like a deserty kind of area? Or is that just my imagination that they can only exist in the desert? I've heard of that book. I hope it's good. That sounds great. Okay, Tina. You want me to help you choose? Oh my gosh. What are your options? Can you like narrow it down for me? For me, I always just go through like my Libby and whatever's like available, I usually pick one of those. But lately, my Libby has given me like 20 books at the same time, and I'm like overwhelmed. So I don't even know. Okay, awesome. I love, like, creepy birds. I honestly just like birds in general. Like, even when we have, like, pigeons around, I'm gonna go on a ramble about pigeons now. I think they're so cute. My husband's like, "They're so annoying." I think I just like annoying things. Like me. Preserving the evidence or the ghost and Mr. Muir? I'm gonna have to say the ghost of Mr. Muir. Mrs. Muir, oh my gosh. My bad. I am fascinated by ghosts. I want a ghost book that's actually a ghost book. Like, I would say which book I read and was really hoping for ghosts, and there weren't any, but I feel like that's kind of a spoiler. But I wanna be spooked out, you know? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I vote for the ghost one just because ghosts, you know? They were eating a squirrel. Well, I have a similar story with this girl. She brought me a pigeon. You know how I just said pigeons are really cute? She brought me one with no head, and its blood was just on the floor. And she also brought me a dead rabbit that she like I don't know how long it had been buried. It was not a fresh kill. It had been dead and buried in our backyard, and then she randomly was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go bring that to mom." While I was in like a meeting like this, but like for work. Oh my gosh. Please scare me. Please. I would love a yes. If you have let me know like your top ghost scary book, Rec, and I will read it. I want to have a hard time sleeping. Maybe I'm maybe I'm egging you on too much. I don't know how bad it can get. I've never really been scared by any books. Just like grossed out. And that's not always my favorite. Okay. Yes. That is super cool. I mean, obviously like that's what vultures do, but I just think of dead pigeons on my floor. You know what I mean? Okay, I am gonna start um 30 minutes. Let's try 30 minutes and see how we go. Sweet. Let me awkwardly get my little thing open. Okay, great. All right, 30 minutes now. Alrighty. Did it make a noise on your end, or did I literally imagine that? But the timer has ended. I sometimes will like play music in the background, so I'm like, I don't know if that was just like from the music or if it had like a beautiful little like do do do. You know what I mean? So what was everyone able to get done? Any reading? Okay, cool. Sweet. I did hear the airport announcement too. Definitely. Read 20 pages. What was the name of your book again? I was able to film and edit the end of my vlog. So I am uploading that now. 7%. Sweet. And which book were you reading? Am I like not reading all the messages? I have seen Warm Bodies. Yeah, I really liked that movie. It was literally the reason that I bought a record player. I know that's really weird, but like I loved the scene where he's like, "It's alive." Anyway, the living. Okay, cool. Was the movie like even similar in any way? I'm curious because I knew that that was a book, I think, but I just never like sought it out. Updated story graph. Nice. Oh yeah, Tina, the book that I told you should read. I am super forgetful. In case you haven't noticed. I have also queued up Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. So that's what I'm going to read on our next sprint. I'm excited. I think that this book literally starts with like, there was a dead girl in my aunt's bakery. That's the first line. So I'm excited. What's going to happen there? Okay, so it is super similar. I remember really liking it, but yeah, I feel like it's hard sometimes when you see like the movie first. Sometimes you like really enjoy it better for some reason, but that's obviously not always the case. There are some where like, for instance, like I love a lot of like Jane Austen stuff, but I feel like I'm always going to prefer watching the movie. Like it's just more entertaining to me. But then again, we could talk about like the Percy Jackson movies and I could rant about that. So okay, awesome. What kind of books does MM Ward do? Okay, yeah. I definitely love to read like seasonally as well. Like there are certain books that I'm like saving for later in the year. You know what I mean? Like when I read the next Emily Henry book, I want it to be like in the summer so I can like sit by the beach or like the pool or something. Yeah, I totally hear you. Like I want to save all those like spooky books for Halloween. But then sometimes I'm like I just want it to be Halloween like right now, so I'm just going to like read it right now, you know? Yes, exactly. Like sometimes I'm very nostalgic for the autumn times, the Halloween times, and I'm like, right, I want it to be that right now. And sadly, like a lot of times in Southern California, like we just don't experience autumn. And it makes me so sad because I was born like late September and I'm like, I just want it to be fall. That book like looks so cool. I really love the cover of it. It's so beautiful, but I feel like I don't know anything about it. Yeah, same. I like seasonal reading, but sometimes I just don't want it to be the season that it is. Because we don't experience seasons, sadly. Okay, you were reading that yesterday, right? In Nicole's stream. Star Trek meets Jurassic Park meets Back to the Future. That's so cool. I haven't read much sci-fi, which I find weird working in science. I for some reason like don't tend to pick it up, but when I do, I love it. Like I read Project Hail Mary last year, and the Skyward series are so much fun. Like I love when they're just like, who cares? We're just gonna go visit some aliens. That's my favorite thing, is when we like just go for it, just make it unrealistic, you know? Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like I have never really truly experienced the fall. I've experienced like winter temperatures when me and my husband were in Scotland, but yeah, I feel like I've missed out on like that Gilmore Girls crispy leaves getting a latte kind of a feeling. I do that. Like people around here will wear like the scarves and the huge boots and like get a pumpkin spice latte, and then you're just sweating and you're like, I just want the aesthetic. Relic of Time and Prophecies, that's the title. Sweet. I just want to like check out everything that everyone reads. That's the thing when you can like enjoy any genre, it can be hard to like be like, okay, what am I reading this time? Yeah, I am trying to force myself to enjoy summer, but I struggle because I'm just not comfy. I just want to be in like a sweater and a hoodie and like lay around while it rains. That's my fave. Yeah, I'm sure. There's something very special about it being wintry during like the holidays too. You know what I mean? Yeah, the cozy mysteries that romanticize summer, right? Like I'm trying to romanticize summer and have books where I'm just like, yes, isn't this just the best season, even though I literally hate it. You hate space travel. Okay, awesome. That's so cool. I feel like I can like space travel, but sometimes it can be written so boring. Like I read one Star Wars book, and it was the Thrawn book. And everyone said like, "Oh, it's so awesome. I love that character." And it was just space travel. It was literally like, "We are on the ship and we are going. And now we're on another ship and now we're going." And I was just like, "Where are the lightsabers? Please? Where are the Wookiees? Can we fight, please?" I don't even like battle scenes that much, but can we fight? That would be great. Historical fiction about Mary Queen of Scots. I want to like know more about that historical figure. And sometimes I like historical fiction, but it's very hit or miss for me. Um, and I also this is not going to be a good recommendation, but I feel like the show Rain is like loosely about Mary Queen of Scots, and I was curious about watching it, but I heard that the accuracy is like nowhere to be found. But it's just like a silly CW time. Not sure. Yeah, I agree. That's probably it. We're just like wishing for what it could be. And then at the same time, I'm like talking to other family members that live elsewhere, and they're like, I haven't seen the sun in months. And I'm like, I cannot relate. Um, I feel like there's a positive and a negative way to look at it, no matter what. That's awesome. I have like a similar situation where like last year I was trying to romanticize summer, and we have like a public pool connected to our neighborhood. So I was like gonna go, but then they changed the locks and didn't tell us. Like it used to just be that you would have a key and you would go, and now you need a key and a key fob. And they didn't tell me that, and they never sent us one. And we were like, oh, okay, so I guess we just can't use the pool. And when I went over, I was like talking to one of the guys through the gate, and I'm like, what is this? Can you let me in? And he was just like, no. And then he kept resuming sitting on his beach chair. I was so distraught. Oh my gosh, yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. Like that's kind of the benefit of having just like a public pool, even though it's kind of like nasty. It's like you don't have to maintain it. You know what I mean? But man, yeah. I mean, and then you have to deal with like um people putting like dish soap in the jacuzzi all the time. That's always great. You already went swimming. Okay, that's awesome. I really want to. And honestly, like a couple of weeks ago, it was like the perfect weather, and now it's chilly again. So maybe next weekend. We'll see. I know. I don't know how to make the summer more exciting because I feel like I always get excited about the idea of it, and I'm like, yes, you can like get ice cream and you can like, you know, hang out by the pool and do all these things. And then like I get like overheated and then I get migraines and then I'm just hiding like just waiting until it's like 5 p.m. where it's like cold again and I can do stuff. So, not cold, but not, 95 degrees. The frogs and their families that I've been living in. The frogs. Oh my gosh, there's like this little pond outside of my work, and I go to work until 9 p.m. And so you'll see all their like lily pads, but then if you walk into the office that's like right by the pond, you'll hear them. There's like 1,000 of them, just all of them ribbiting. It's like kind of cool. And then I just like imagine them coming after us. I don't know what I'm on about this morning. I think I need my caffeine. I know, like, this is their house. You're invading their home. What kind of frogs are they? Are they like, I've been seeing a lot of like Instagram videos where they have those like little chunky ones and they're so cute. They look so mad. That's just what I envision for you. Yes, this is the vibe that I'm trying to have. I definitely need to get to the beach. Like, especially now that I am currently living like by California beaches, I never ever visit. I never go. I feel like one day I will regret that. So I need to just make myself go. Oh my gosh. That's so cute and kind of terrifying. There are so many creatures where I think that they are so cute, but as soon as I interact with them, I'm horribly frightened. And I feel like frogs are kind of that, where I love them and I like want to hold them, but as soon as I'm near them and they start like jumping around, I'm like, oh no, I can't handle it. It's kind of like, I don't know, for some reason, especially if something's in my space, like if something gets in my room or my house, I am not okay. It's like, you don't belong here, buddy. This is where the humans live. Like, I think we had like a huge beetle fly into my room. And if I had seen it outside, I wouldn't care. I'd just be like, oh, sweet, there's a beetle. But when it's like this big and it's super loud, I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs. Oh my God. Was this like a Princess and the Frog type of situation? Did you just like press on its little chest? Were you hoping it would be a prince or a princess? Yeah, definitely. Like if I love to go hiking too, and like if there's snakes, whatever. Like I'll leave you be if you leave me be. You know what I mean? But yikes. If it was ever around my house or anywhere that I am, I would just freak out. Yes, exactly. We just need like a pet frog that does belong in the house. You know what I'm saying? Somehow that would change the context for me entirely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have like a friend whose like younger brother is he's just like that type that collects things outdoors. So if you were ever in his bedroom, it would be like, here's the little tarantula, here's like my 5 snakes, here's my frog. He has like every little creepy crawly that would make me scream. But it's weird. It's like sometimes I think that they're so cool, but other times when I'm like faced with them, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. And like Okay, I feel like lately in, like, a lot of, like, books and stuff like that, like, I just read Wayward, and oh, and, like, Muse of Nightmares, the Strange the Dreamer duology, and everything I feel like so many books now, there's, like, the aesthetic of moths, and if you talk to my husband, you'll know that I am petrified of moths because they just attack me. They just go straight for my face, and I do not like them. I understand that they can be very pretty, but I am likewise kind of spooked out by butterflies. You did mouth to mouth? I'm proud of you. Okay, I am hearing our airport jingle. Oh my gosh. You're like, "This is how I'm getting my CPR certification." YouTube. Alright, guys, let's do another 30 minutes, and I'll check in with you guys. Happy reading and or getting stuff done. I just realized that I have been unmuted this whole time, I think. Sorry about that. All right, so that sprint just ended. How did it go for you guys? That's so cool. Do you find that you can like crochet very quickly? I'm actually very interested in starting to crochet. It seems so relaxing. And I just love like hobbies where you're making something. You know what I mean? 15 pages. Woo. I literally read 5. And I feel like that's being generous with the title pages. Oh my gosh. By a ghost? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so cute. Oh, okay, sweet. What are you gluing it to? Like, what's your ultimate goal with your project? Awesome. What's up now? How's it going? I was able to make a thumbnail and upload a video and then read 5 pages of a book. Not bad. I feel like this book is like so funny already though. I totally understand the comparisons to Shrek. I'm excited. Oh, that's so cool. That seems so relaxing. And do you do any knitting or just crocheting? Because I understand that they're different. My sister has done both. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. The closest thing that I have that to that is like these little what are these things called? Those little like wire things. That is my attempt at a flower. 9 more books to read before you let yourself get another arc. Are you on like NetGalley? I have never received an arc before. I feel like I would fail to read it. Whenever I like have to read something, I don't read it. I'm so bad about that. Okay, awesome. You're disciplined. Honestly, ever since I've had this current job that I have been like bad. Okay, nice. I know it's kind of cool to see everyone's different like editing schedules and like it's kind of cool to like be doing a stream and editing at the same time. Like it's like YouTube channelception. Yeah, I feel like that is exactly what would happen with me on arcs. Like I don't know. I think it'd be really awesome, but I feel like I would get an arc that I really want and then I'd end up reading it the day it comes out anyway. Yeah, knitting seems hard. I mean, to be fair, crocheting looks hard to me as well. Like my brain does not understand it currently. Yeah, same. I feel bad because my the start of my work week is on Sundays, and I feel like my Sunday mornings are always so good, and then I have to go to work. Like, ah, it's kind of great, but there's something about Sunday that everyone always has that day off, and it's like the day of relaxation. But usually work is pretty slow, so okay, that's a good goal. How many arcs do you have? Yes, seriously. Yeah, it can get overwhelming and it's hard because like that was also my fear with like starting a booktube channel too is like I don't want this to feel like such an obligation because like this is not my job. Like I have a full-time job and I never like want to force myself to read something just because like I either agreed to it or because I'm like, oh, that's like popular right now. I should be reading it. You know what I mean? I want to read my obscure books that no one cares about. Yes, that's my exact thought because I love audiobooks and I can just fly through them, but I need to occupy my time. And I feel like a lot of times it's like playing like a game on my phone, and that doesn't feel great. You know what I mean? Like it would be a lot more productive to like do some drawing or something. I love to draw. Okay, nice. Yeah, I feel like I haven't quite found my rhythm yet. But it seems like sometimes Sunday morning is like my last available opportunity to do any editing because once the work week is like in full swing, I will not have any time. Yeah, exactly. Like I have also learned over the years to DNF more and more. And now I'm at a point where I can just like start listening to a book or start reading a book and I just know. And I'm like, nope, we're not doing this. Oh my gosh, zombies. They mentioned a zombie frog in my book, and I that just seemed so perfect for what we've been talking about in this stream. I have done that too. Like I've played Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, and Minecraft is so soothing for audiobooks. Like I feel like I get so much done because I'm like so sucked into the game and the audiobook at the same time. The last time I did that, I think I was reading Poppy War though, and like I was so engrossed in that book that like yeah, I know, seriously, zombie frog. But yeah, I got so engrossed in that book and it was like so intense. I had to like take a break. That book is dark. I know, I feel like we're all reading zombies right now. And that's weird to me because I'm not reading like anything spooky. It's just fantasy. I was gonna ask too, does anyone listen to any like music or anything while they're streaming? Because I always love to know what everyone's listening to. I just got like lo-fi going. She wants out. Give me a second. Corpse puppies. Okay, that reminds me of Nettle and Bone. Has anyone read Nettle and Bone? Because oh my gosh. It's actually by the same author I'm reading right now. But literally there's like a she can like what did she do? This is how my train of thought works. She basically makes like a dog out of bones. So he's like a skeleton dog and he's so cute. I love him so much. Like animal companions in fantasy books are like one of my favorite things. And if they are a little bit spooky, it's just so cute. That is such a cool description. What the heck? And I'm trying to see. Yeah, I need to show you this cute little dog. Like, this is the book I'm talking about, and there's literally like a little skeleton dog on it. He's so cute. And I had read this book, I think, on ebook, but when I saw that the cover had the dog on it, I was like, okay. Okay. We're paying $26 for this hardback. Okay, yeah, all of the above. Like I feel like I am one of those person that has like four tabs open minimum. Like just like listening to something or if I'm watching YouTube, sometimes I'll have like four YouTube videos open and then I watch like 5 minutes of each. I don't know why my brain can't stick to one thing. I don't do well with silence. Like even at work, sometimes I just have the YouTube app open on my AirPods and I'm just like walking around the lab with like someone chattering about books. I just am constantly on here. Yeah. Do you like the Sims music? Like the little like when you're buying oh my god, I can't talk. When you're buying furniture, the music is great. Yeah. No, I totally get that. Sometimes I will like layer sounds. So I'll do like maybe this is too extra, I don't know. But like if there's a rainy scene in a book, I'll be like rain ambience. Or there was like an audiobook for Bridge Kingdom where like literally in between each chapter there would be like rain sounds and that's how you would know that the chapter was changing and I loved that. I wish there was more stuff like that in a lot of audiobooks. Oh, yes. Gilmore Girls is such a comfort show too. That like I can just have it on and I don't really need to be watching. I just I just need to see them going to Luke's or being in their little house and I'm at peace. You know what I mean? I also feel like I have been trying to think of like which comfort shows match like each season. So obviously, um Gilmore Girls is the fall show. I feel like Gossip Girl is my winter show because a lot of times it's like snowy in New York. And my spring show is definitely Bridgerton, but I don't know what my summer one would be. We've discussed this. I struggle with summer. Yeah, if it's like instruments that are like two lyrics, I can't listen to it. Even if there's no lyrics, but it's just like the instrumental version of a song, I can remember the lyrics too well. Yeah, I was struggling with that. I was reading like Happy Place yesterday and I was like, I kind of want something like poppy, like, but I don't want pop music. So I was listening to classical music, but I was like, that's a little bit too like serious. You know what I mean? Yeah, I will literally like produce my own soundtrack as if I am in a film. Especially with fantasy books, like you can find some really like perfect songs that go with fantasy books. Like you'll find okay, Gandalf's in a deep library, or like we're in a mausoleum. You know what I mean? Like the fantasy ones, especially like the tavern soundtracks, they can be so perfect for whatever you're doing. I think it's because there are a lot of D&D playlists that exist. I've never played D&D, but you know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes you can even go on Spotify too and like look up the title of a book and people will make either like ambient playlists where it's just like music, but a lot of times it's pop music. But either way, it's kind of cool to see what songs people put to certain books, you know? Yes, I actually read Daisy Jones and the Six on just physically, and I kind of wish I did the audiobook, but now that I've read it, I have a hard time like rereading that book for some reason. I feel like I already know what happens, so I don't need to. Even though it's like a great book. Yeah, or like a full cast audio, like those are so much fun if like all the actors are really good. Yes. Yes. I need to have ambience on all the time. And it like kind of bothers some of my family sometimes because I'll just like have an ambience playing and nothing else on the TV and they're like, "Are you watching like a fireplace or this like witch's cottage or something?" And I'm like, "No, dude, I'm reading. You should try it." Oh, that's so cute. See, I need to get on some cozy mysteries. This is what you're telling me. I don't understand. I love reading cozy books, never read a cozy mystery. That sounds amazing. The Traveling Cat Chronicles. I'm writing that down. Thank you so much, Ellen. I'm sold. This is like the best part of sprints. You get all these like recommendations you would never get otherwise. That's so adorable. I just love animals. Oh, I have been to a cat cafe when I was in Tokyo once. It's so cool. You literally pay every 10 minutes that you're there though, but like it's worth it. We were in there during the summertime and like summer in Japan is muggy. Um so we were just like dying of heat exhaustion. So we went to the cat cafe, got a little coffee and pet cats. So cute. There's a cat named Barcelona. My heart's gonna burst. So they get like the same meal as them, but just catered to what they're able to eat. Oh, if I had the time, I would do that for my dog. And it would be excessive. Oh, for a second, I was like, DJ in the Six. Yeah, did you see the adaptation? What did you think of it? Okay, so you're probably talking about the adaptation. There are, really? That's so weird. Yeah, I've only read the physical version. I tried reading the audiobook and I stopped. I got a little bored because I've already read it. I'm not great at rereading. Um, yes, I will look that up. I've written it down. It's sad. Okay, but I am like a little sad girl, so that's okay. I don't know why, but even some of my cozy books, when I think like, oh, this book's so cozy, it's sad. Like there's sad stuff happening. Okay, that's not bad. Ours was pretty bad. Ours was like, I think about 10 minutes or $10 for every 10 minutes. So it was expensive. But you paid like a flat rate for like the first 30 minutes and then every 10 minutes after that it was like another $10 or something like that. Obviously it's in yen, but oh, there you go. You're just cheating the system. You're like telling the cats like, "Don't tell anybody." That's so cute. I never thought of it that way, but I always see little cats on like the cozy mystery covers. And some of the names just get me. Like they're so funny. I can't think of one right now, of course, but they're so adorable. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am only going to have time to do one more sprint. So we'll do another 30 minutes and then I'll have to leave shortly after to go to my job. If I could, I would just be on here all day. I really would. All right. Here we go. All right. That was our last sprint. How did it go for you guys? And what were you able to do during that last sprint? And what about overall in the whole stream, if you were here the whole time? Or if you're here part of the time, you know. I did not do any reading. This whole stream, I've gotten 5 pages read. But I was just doing other stuff. So got ready for work, made breakfast, made lunch, worked on a video, uploaded a video. So it's been productive, just not reading productive. Okay, nice. Do you find that you read kind of quickly or kind of slowly? 82%. Oh my gosh. I honestly, the more that I read, the more I'm like, I just read slow, and I'm okay with that. Like, especially with certain books, like, I just want to take my time. Because I found in the past, especially doing like readathons and stuff, I'll just speed through books and I can't remember them. There's certain books that I know I've read and I have no recollection of what happened whatsoever. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm in a mood like that too, and you kind of need like a book for every mood. You know what I mean? But hey, 60 pages the whole way through, like this stream, that's really good. Have a great day, Ellen, and thank you so much for your recommendations. I'm going to take a look at that Traveling Cat Chronicles. I'm excited. Yeah, I do have work, but Sunday's kind of slow. I feel like I kind of get to ease into the work week, which there's a good aspect to that too. It's kind of chill around the lab. Alrighty. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. Honestly, when I set this up, I didn't think anyone even like saw the upcoming announcement. I was just gonna do one to like try it out and see how it worked, but I'm so happy you guys all came. It was so much fun. So yeah, I'll see about. I don't really know what time will work best for my schedule. Like it might more so be a nighttime thing. It's just that I work nighttime and I feel like I only have Fridays and Saturdays off. So those days people are usually already doing streams and I'll just hop on. So either way, I will just probably see you guys in a future stream. If you want to mention that you're going to do um a future stream yourself, let us know. I'll be keeping a lookout for you guys. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.